Here we go. So we are on the ZRS 450 to 570. I'm right on the cusp. I think I'm 568. So anything in the top half here, and I'm in the 510 to 650 category thereafter. So we're on the pass racing stage 4, Serpentine 8. Look at the graphic on the top right. We've got a downhill start as a lead in, which is considerable, 4 or 5 miles. And then we've got a repeat of the 2 climbs, overall around 700 feet. I'm racing at lunchtime in the UK, and it's very warm today, no fan. So let's see how I get on, because it's a bit longer than usual. It's almost 17 miles, we've got 700 feet to climb. And I guess this group, I actually did a bit of research. They're all roughly above 500 ZRS, so it should be very competitive. And it's who wants it on the day. It's going to be a 700 calorie race, I'm sure. I'm on a non-upgraded gravel bike, so that's a disadvantage, because I've seen some people with a double upgrade and better wheels than I've got. But let's have a go at it. We've only 18 riders because it is late in the week. So here we go. Yeah, we've got a big lead in. Down the hill, it is on tarmac, but everybody is just chilling out and anticipating that big climb. We've got a couple of bumps before the climb, as you can see. And just before the finish, I estimate that's probably a mile out, we've got a bit of a 3%er. And then it's downhill with a flat finish. So, look, I want to finish in the top 5, hopefully. And if that takes me to a promotion, that'll be a good end in this category. And yeah, on to next week. So, yeah, just on the gravel here. It's quite an easy start, actually. Look at the average, 227. I'm in 16th gear. Just completed a mile, 15 and a half to go. Quite a lengthy leading, and some of these path racing all start with a downhill and just ease you into the course. You're either going down or up on these. There's not much flat racing. But I've enjoyed the pass racing, definitely. Some cracking stages. Very competitive as always. Not quite to the levels of Zwift games or the Tour de Zwift earlier on in the year. They were fantastic. The numbers were fantastic. But I think it's been, you've had reasonable sized groups. As I said, this is end of the week in the UK. For me, it's a lunchtime kick-off, and we're just 18 riders, small group. So somebody's gone off there slightly, or just put the foot down gently. There's no need to chase. There's so far to go, over 15 miles. And we've got a close, tight-knit pack. As I said, they're all, that's just to stretch their legs, that they're standing up. We're all roughly very similar. You got the American going off, but there's no point chasing that in. I'll just sit in the pack, and we will naturally, organically catch the rider in time. So it's all going to be on that second big climb. Who's going to attack, and can we all stick together going over that? And then it'll be a bit of a race to finish. I'm guessing 4 miles, and then that final bump, which everybody's going to attack on. I think we got the bridge with a big drop and the sprint up the other side, the wooden bridge. I think we do that twice, if I'm not mistaken. We'll find out. But as I said, it's just nice and casual start to this. I don't think anybody, you'd just be wasting energy jumping off here, unless you're really, really on it and want to break away from 14 and a half miles. Well, that's not going to be me today. So let's have a look. Let's speed this up. You don't want to be watching us go down the slope. So that was one of the kickers there. Look, it's around 3.5%, just to keep everything honest. we're just finishing the lead in here, and then we'll start the climb at a moderate yellow. I think there's a couple of orange parts, but it's pretty much just a long 3-4% with intermittent blue parts. You do get the power up as you go through the banner, which is the classic finish banner, and we've got the steamroller. So if that's the only power up I get, I'm not going to be using it on this first climb. Let's see how we go. Let's see what everyone else is doing. Let's just moderate and test the temperature. But I'll be effectively using that towards the latter stages of that second climb, the big climb. That's when I'm going to need it. So let's not worry about the power up for now. Let's get a measure of how everyone is climbing. Yeah, that's looking just over 300, so nobody's going out at it. Takahashi I've raced previously, a very strong rider, summarising the pack really. So I just need to stay at the frontish. Bit of clever drafting, 11.1 miles to go, done 5.5 miles, 167 feet, and just over 13.5 minutes. And look, we're climbing at 19 miles an hour, so I guess the draft is having a tiny effect. And this is typical. You get a bit of yellow, long yellow, and then you get a blue, just a little dip, and then you start the climb again. I suspect we'll be climbing, well, we'll certainly be climbing much quicker than this. Quite a casual speed. Everyone's just feeling everybody else out, I think. Nobody's taking any risks. Everybody's chilling really here. Need to not stay on the front, but I'm just making sure I'm right in the pack. I think we're just dropping somebody there, perhaps. And this is classic and typical of this climb. There's a bit of a plateau on the top, so you do get to what you think, what you imagine is the top, and then it just keeps annoyingly going on like a 1-2%. And if you look very closely, there's a little, you can see where the bridge is. There's a little snippet, a cutout in the peak of the plateau of that climb. That's where the wooden bridge is. But look, it's just under 4%. I'm expecting this to be really difficult on this second climb. But for now, everybody's, what are we putting? I'm putting 4.5 to 5 watts a kilo. I suspect it'll be 5 to 5.5, 6 for me on the second climb. But that's good. I'm feeling decent, got the energy, and that was quite a psychological boost for me. People are using the steamroller on the climb, and I'm not having to, which is good. You can see on the left, I am putting it in, but it's not that's 305-39 watts. It's not the 335 to 370, which I suspect will happen on the second climb as people try and attack. The group's reasonably packed in. So on the front there again. Look, you think on the top middle graphic, you think, oh, big bit of blue, but no, it's just a dip, and then you're back on the yellow, and then a climb. You got the Spaniard there, just leading things out. What's he doing there? Valles. No, still, yeah, doing about 5.5 watts. So is Timmerman, the Dane rider. They're going together. So I'm not going to let them just have a free rein, because I don't know whether they're really working together. So let's just rein them in, and I'll bring the rest of the pack with me, because they look like they're working together there. We can't allow that. I think other people have the same idea. The Japanese Takahashi certainly got the idea. We're not just going to let them go off and take the descent themselves. So just stand up and rein them in. That's to put up to 6 watts a kilo there, but here we go. We're right back in the sights. Interestingly enough, I've been going up in 16th here. I'd usually be in, well, no, this level I'm having to do gear 16. And I find it very difficult to put the power down, sat down in 16th at this level. Hence, I've been practicing standing up. You've got the Belgian rider, Watt. Very apt name. Might not be his name, I'm guessing. Is that the team he's racing for? I don't know. So here we go. All stuck together. Well, it looks like there's a rider being dropped again from the back of the pack. I'm not sure. But pretty much everybody's come over this first climb. Look, I'm still averaging less than 250 watts. My FTP is 276, so it's not a killer. Got the Brit Schofield on the front there. Not sure why. Going out early. Just pressing everybody on, I guess. So I'm going to get some real good draft here. Just freshen the legs there by standing up, just stretching them. After that climb where I've been sat down really tight in the hamstring. 9.5 to go. We've just completed 7. I've got the steamroller power up, average 250 watt. And we're going to start the descent in a minute. We'll just come around here. It'd be interesting to see if anybody attacks on the bridge at the other side. I suspect I'm going to have to put 500 watts in there. About 7 watts a kilo, I guess, for me at the other side. Perfectly positioned here. And go up in 16th gear. Cruise over the other side. Let's see what happens. Yeah, just keep yourself in that pack. So what have I done here? 8.7 watts a kilo to 8 watts a kilo, over 600 watts. Yeah, just through there nicely. And we'll start the descent in a minute. You got Timmerman the Dane using the steamroller and doing a bit of an attack there on the descent. I'm not going to chase. I've got the strength of this pack here. There's no way I'm wasting energy there. I know there's going to be a long climb on the way back. I'll just sit in here, let everyone use the power-ups. Didn't feel I needed mine. I can still descend. I'm averaging under 250 watts, so I've not expended too much energy really. I suspect everybody else is feeling that. Timmerman 4 seconds off the front. Bit of a sprint on the descent. I don't know why. Perhaps having a bit of fun, but come that climb we'll rein that rider in, especially as a group like this. It wouldn't take long to pull 4 seconds back for a rider on their own in the wind. Simple. I need to get in the draft more here. Seems no one's really pressing. There we go, 8.5 miles to go, 8 miles completed, 366 feet. Let's speed this up to the base of that second climb. That's what you're interested in. Just go over that little hump there, the speed bump. And any minute we're going to start the climb, probably 6 miles to go. Timmerman there, still out in front of the pack, right, just under 4%. What's everyone doing here? Still at the front. Remember, I've got to stay at the front because I'm on the limit, especially in a pack like this. So I can't afford to get dropped and then be on the descent without being in the pack and having a draft to recover. I can't be chasing down that mountain at 300 watts, no chance. 16th gear, little bit of a break, the blue. Timmerman's 3 seconds behind. We're going to rein that rider in. It's just how that'll happen. So you got the Norwegian, Gavasle, you got Takahashi, the Dane. Got the American, another Belgian rider, and 2 Japanese riders. You got Chinese Seoul rider, Choi, the South Korean, American, Japanese, and the Brit Schofield. So let's see. You can see the pack. I don't think we're going to drop that last rider. I think, let's see. I'm pushing here. 476 calories done. There we go. Timmerman's been reined right back in there. The Japanese rider's pushing past. I just need to stay in contention. It's about staying in this pack, or the front riders of this pack, going over that bridge, and then I will stay definitely. I'll gain some energy back and just survive, and let's see what happens thereafter. And considering I've not averaged too much, I'll have a bit in the bank for sprinting. Pack's still together. I'm right behind the Japanese rider, feeling strong. I'm sat down hard here. It's very warm in that pain cave as a shed, by the way. It's heated up this morning at lunchtime, especially when you sit up there. It's much warmer at the top of the shed, the heat rising. So interestingly enough, you've got a few riders 2 seconds behind. Now look on the graphic, it doesn't look a disaster. Are they being dropped? I'm sure there's a little gap there forming. You've got perhaps 5 or 6 riders down to the Chinese rider, Seoul, and then it's 2 seconds out. I think we are dropping perhaps 12, 13 riders. That's happening. Look, 3 seconds gap. Look at the chart on the right, the leaderboard. Definitely we're dropping those riders. So there's 3 of us going here. You've got Takahashi leading. I'm not going to be leading out front. Any advantage I can get from any type of draft, even though we're only going 16 miles an hour, I'm going to take it. Valles, the Spaniard rider, just behind me, trying to draft on me. Fair play. I'm going to have to stand up here. It's going to have to be a real mixture here. We've dropped, definitely dropped, I'm going to say 12 riders, 5 or 6 seconds. Fantastic. 251 average wattage. Just a little blue bit there. Come on, concentrate. I need to be getting up. Japanese riders getting off there in the front. Gonna have to time another stand here. That's it. Stand up. Use the steamroller. I had to use that steamroller. And that's a decent time to use it. I'm really concentrating, just looking down at my feet, trying to roll over those pedals. It's brought me right back into the pack. The front 2, sorry. So there's 4 of us here. Spaniard, Japanese rider, and the Norwegian, and myself. There you go, the Norwegian's just taken a little jump forwards. We've dropped the pack by miles. I'm still having to stand up to keep pace, doing almost, well over 300 there, closer to 350. You can see the peak here. But look, the minute I sit down, I can't put the power down in 16s. Legs are like jelly. Keep standing up. The peak is just up there. I was counting in my head. Sorry for the awful visual on the left, but I'm putting it in. I can't say I'm time to wipe my mouth. There's no way I was getting dropped here. I want to say there's 50 yards to the peak, and I'm in it. We're 13 seconds ahead. I'm delighted that I've stuck this out. We're going to turn around the corner and we're going to go on the bridge. I'm going to need to put 600 in here. Fantastic. Right, don't get dropped. 14 seconds ahead of the rest. We're going to pile down here. I'm going to have to put it back in. There's no time to rest because there's a big group and they're all collected together. Had a little sup of the old Barocca. Come on, up we go here. Power through. Let's have a look. What am I doing top left? 500. 535. Happy with that. I thought I might have had to do a bit more there, but that's taken me into the lead. Takahashi come through. Bit of a burst there. Right, do not let that rider go off. There, stand up, as difficult as it is. Spaniard, then we've got a 13 seconds behind the rest. Right, I need to draft and recover. 3.6 miles to go. This is getting exciting. We're not on the descent yet. This is the annoying little bit. It is minus 2%. That's good. I'm doing 240, 202. Right, I need to get in the draft. Get off the front there. Silly, I need to get in the draft and take every advantage I can. With 14, 15 seconds ahead of the pack behind, we can't just be resting and messing about here, because there's 3.5 miles to go. That's easily enough time to rein this group of ours in. Taking a left down here on this descent. Cruising at just under 250 watts. About 2.7 to 3 watts a kilo. Getting the draft. 5, 6, 7 calories. 13.2 miles. Just shy of 700 feet. And we're almost done. 35 minutes. It'll be a 40, 42 minute race, I guess, for us here. For this front pack. Right, how do I stay with these to give me myself a chance on the sprint? My hamstrings were absolutely tightening up. Excuse me, bless me. Hamstrings were tightening up there, so I had to stand up. 15 seconds between us and this front group. Spaniard, the Norwegian, and the Japanese rider. 16 seconds, that's good. So the other group aren't particularly pushing hard. They're not on the chase, which is good, because we can recover on this descent. And then I guess somebody's going to attack on that yellow, perhaps. Let's see. I'm delighted already. Honestly, absolutely delighted with my performance there. I just need to concentrate. 16, 17 seconds ahead. Top 4 finishes on here. Timmerman, the Dane who had that early attack, you see, he's the front of this second group, which is some distance behind now. Halfway down this climb. And then we've got halfway down the descent. Then we've got the little climb, and then it looks flattish to the finish. Right in here. What's going to happen? 16 seconds, 15 seconds. The Japanese rider's attacking there. He's over 5 watts a kilo. He's brought it to 14 seconds. He's pulling that group really quickly here. We need to stop messing about. But I didn't have the legs. Even there's 2.4 miles to go. I did not have the legs to push out from here and attack. Didn't have anything. I'm second, 2.3 miles to go. "12 seconds behind. I was kind of hoping one of these went a bit quicker here, because they're on the catch. Look, on the right hand side, 11 seconds behind. Right, I'm going to have to do something. I'm going to have to pull us all forward. Else that whole group is going to catch us, and I'll have a chance of finishing 15th, because there'll be some good sprinters. You can see them chasing on the graphic top right. There's a bunch of them. So let's push. I push forward here. 1.9 miles to go. Bit foolish, but I'm first. Got a second lead on the pack behind. Are they going to come with me? Of course they are. But I'm having a bit of fun here as well. 1.8 miles to go. We can't let that big group. They're now 12 seconds, so that's helped. Average 2:47. We're going to start this little climb now. 2 seconds ahead of the little pack behind, who are 13 seconds behind. Right, yellow. What have I got? On my own. Bit of standing. Got a 2 second gap here. I'm running out. A runaway here. 3 seconds on the Spaniard. Keep pushing. How long can I stand? It's going to be a stand and sit again. 12 seconds behind the rest of the group. The Belgium in the group behind has started attacking. 7 watts a kilo for Cruz. Now I'm still doing 7 watts a kilo. Flipping out. 8 seconds behind. There you go. Valles has come right off the front there. 7 watts a kilo. Attacking, 1.4 miles to go. Look, I can't do more than 6 watts a kilo here. Keep standing. Keep that grit. Vacuse, the Belgium has caught right up from that second group, and the second group are 5 and 6 seconds behind. I'm absolutely trying my best here. Look, on the left, nothing else. I can't be doing 7 watts kilo. Fair play to them. I need to hold my position here. I'm fourth, 1 second ahead of the Norwegian. I'll have to sit, stand. Can I stand to that peak? Keep going, keep going. They're only in front of me there, those three. 4 and 5 seconds ahead now. I'm currently in fourth. You can see the Chinese rider just behind me. Look at that group behind catching now. Keep standing, keep standing. Let's get over the top. Then I can put a little bit of daylight between me and these with 1.1 to go. Okay, I'm in fifth. Well, sixth now. Flipping heck. Right, I can't lose another position. I don't deserve that. The Brits behind me, Schofield, 1 second behind. Then you've got a group of 5 riders, 5 and 6 and 7 seconds. So I'm just going to sit and stand for 1 mile. That's all I need to do. Hold my position. Can I catch that Norwegian in front? I think the front 3 places are taken. For Cruz, the Belgian, he's fighting away with that Japanese rider. 7 seconds ahead. There's 3 of them in a battle. 0.8 mile. Just wet. Come on. Stand up again. Come on. Schofield, I'm holding him off. Can I catch up and get in the draft of these 2 riders? And I can have a race for 5th or 4th. Yeah, there's a Japanese rider there. It's 5 minutes behind at the top, so it would be a race for 4th. Keep standing, come on. 0.6 of a mile. I'm holding off Schofield now. I'm making a little bit of distance there. I'm 3 seconds ahead, and the others are not chasing. Timmerman's 6 seconds behind that. He's not going to catch me. Come on, get onto the back wheel of this. Try my best. They're just holding me off, though. And they're riding together. If I can just get on the wheel. 0.4 of a mile to go. It's incredible. I'm delighted with this. It's a fantastic race. We're on the, not the bridge, but the wooden thing. 0.4 miles to go. Can I catch them? See the front 3. I'm not a million miles behind. I think they're chasing the front 3 and I'm chasing these 2. Amazing race. 4 seconds and 3 seconds. Only 3 seconds ahead, those. They're all there. 0.2 of a mile. Come on, get up. I'm in 18th gear. 18th gear? Surely not. I'm in 18th gear. I don't know how that's happened. No wonder it felt difficult. The 3, bit of a sprint there, 500 feet. I've nothing left. Schofield's 4 seconds behind. Stand up, do not get caught. Last 300. Oh, I'm absolutely delighted with that, to be fair. 6th place. That was a test in that heat, believe me. Believe me, I've lost a bit of water there. 6th place. Average watts not great, but it was a race and people were taking the time. But I was really chuffed with that, honestly. 42 minutes, just under 42 and a half minutes, held off Schofield for 6th place. And well done for the Spanish rider Valles and that Belgian rider to come 15 seconds back and finish seconds. Amazing. Well done. Saw the Chinese rider. Fantastic, really. I think that's the end of the series. Yeah, race 4 of 4. Really enjoyed that. If you did, like and subscribe. Let's just have a look at the ZRS. Yeah, nearly 700 calories complete there. Felt like more with the heat, it really did. ZRS, I suspect I'm 5.72, so nice little bump there. That's the highest I've ever been. If you enjoyed it, like and subscribe. See you at the weekend.